Hi there, I'm Josh from Dread Central. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Josh. How are you?
I'm doing well. My first question for you is, when did you first encounter Stephen King in popular culture?
Um, I think was one of the first um, Salem's Lots because I think
Mhm.
I saw two back in the late '70s, then in the early '80s or the early '90s. I don't do time well, but I know it was back in that day, and it was seeing those, and then of course just had my world turned upside down, and to the point that I wasn't as brave as I thought I was once I saw The Shining, and then I went back and read it after I saw it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
nothing could be scarier. Have you ever lived in a small town?
dude, yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay, why do you think it lends itself so well to this kind of horror?
well, I have history for the past 44 years in a village in New England, a
Okay,
remote village. I have that. Then I have shot in towns of less than
yes.
10,000 and 20,000, stayed for like months at a time. Do you know what lends itself to it? The great thing about it is that you know your neighbors and you can depend on your neighbors. The complication is your neighbors are further away than a shout. It's not like living in Venice in LA, like, help me, there's a dead spot in my
Yep.
room. You gotta, so you gotta be on your own. It's usually, it gets misty and foggy a lot there. Simple things will bring a fog. It's like,
Oh, like that.
why is it suddenly foggy? So it seems supernatural even to have fog. So yeah, it lends
Uh-huh.
itself to, first of all, community and keeping each other's back. But it also, for horror, it lends to, do I really know Josh? I don't know.
Hard to
Yeah, we
know.
went to school together, but he's looking pretty bloodthirsty lately.
Wait, so you're telling me you've had experience living, or that many years experience in a New England small town? Is it auspicious that you found yourself in Salem's Lot?
No, it wasn't Salem's Lot. I didn't say
Yeah.
town. I said village. That's how small it.
Oh, Village. Okay.
Village, yeah.
All
So,
right.
and it's gorgeous and it's wonderful and all that, but you know, when you have an active imagination, things
Uh-huh.
can just go sideways very quickly.
Well, speaking of that, the original Salem's Lot film was responsible for ruining a lot of childhoods because it's so scary. Do you have a movie that you saw too young that really affected you?
Okay, I didn't think I liked movies because my sister is 6 years old. My brother's 4 years older. We would go to the Rex Theater on Greenwood. You've heard of Greenwood? I grew up in Tulsa. And
No.
Greenwood, that was the North Tulsa was segregated then. And so the Rex Theater was a black owned theater you could go to. But we still would go upstairs. The only reason I went to the movies is because I got popcorn. Because they were showing me like at 7 years old, Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Thing, Pit and the Pendulum, The Blob,
Mm.
you know, Frankenstein, everything. And I would just eat popcorn and squint. But I didn't think I liked movies at all because I thought that's what it was. That's the only thing we ever saw. And then I discovered film and my passion for it and my place in it when I was at a co-ed Catholic school. And Brother Patrick O'Brien introduced the whole school to film and cinema.
Mhm.
So I was too young.
Wonderful. Well, it was so lovely meeting you. It was lovely meeting you today, and congrats on this very scary movie.
Let me tell you this right quick. You know what my mother used to do? Since I was a little girl, she would hide and jump out. You just be walking around. You're like
Oh,
five, and
that's
you're like,
mean.
ah. And you're like, why would we do that? And yeah, so I have a
It,
history of inappropriate, scaring from adults.
mhm. Hey, it can be fun to do, so That's
Maybe
hilarious.
that's what's brought me here. I can easily go, oh my God.
Well, have a great rest of your day.